you for joining us for another episode of the Mandalorian Minute. We are 4 Nerds by Nerds. I'm Josh.
And I am Ben.
This week we'll be covering Season 2, Episode 3, or Chapter 11, if you're going by that way, of The Mandalorian. It's titled The Heiress. And this was a great fucking episode.
Oh my god, yes, there was so
it was
much.
Amazing.
There was so much, and I was stupid happy about watching it.
We'll start out right off the bat. This was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. You know
Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah.
From Jurassic World and other things.
Yep.
You can tell that because she paid homage to her father, Ron Howard, because that re-entry scene is shot for shot the exact same scene from the re-entry of the Apollo 13.
Oh yeah, no shit.
I've seen them played side by side, and it like cuts to the exact same angles and shit. Like
Oh, that's awesome.
Purposely.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. I probably should have because I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, that scene wasn't like these graphics this season are out of this fucking world. That Imperial ship,
Tense.
holy shit! That Imperial ship, when it was like coming down, you could see it from the front. I was like, oh my god, that is fucking awesome.
I'm telling you, movie quality graphics this year. Just
Yeah,
absolutely, they're not. John Favreau's not pulling any stops. He's just like, let's dump it all out there and get it over.
Yeah, Disney must be giving them they must have started off strong with like Game of Thrones at its peak fucking budget.
Yeah.
Instead of like what Game of Thrones by the end of Game of Thrones, what they spent on making the whole first season, they were spending per episode.
Right. And it took that many years for them to get there, but this is Disney's frontrunner.
Yeah, I think they're like, we fucked up with Star Wars, but we still want you to love it. So here's the best fucking thing ever.
Yep.
It's so great.
So this was the episode I was talking about with the fish people and El Calamari. I thought it was last season, but I didn't realize
They're probably in last season too.
I was ahead of my game.
Yeah, so we pick up pretty much right where we left off from the last episode. The Razor Crest is floating through space, and it is just fucking destroyed.
It's from
jalopy. It's from the trailer. You could see it in the trailer for season 2.
Yeah.
Like, that's how the trailer begins. It's all beat up and, like, sparking in outer space.
Yes.
And they have no choice but to do like a, what would you call it? Like an astronaut's re-entry.
Oh, yeah,
like
instead of coming in soft. They had no retro rockets or something like that, so they couldn't slow down until last
no
minute.
Controls. Yeah, so they go shooting down to the planet and stop like unrealistically too close. Those graphics are incredible.
Yeah, that landing
It looks like
crazy.
it's really there. And then right as he's about to land, the whole Razor Crest just tips over into the ocean.
I thought I was like, holy crap, they're gonna drown.
That ship gets the shit kicked out of it more than any ship in Star Wars history.
And you thought the Millennium Falcon got its ass kicked.
Yeah,
I mean,
every episode something happens to this ship.
Yep,
it's like cursed.
Yeah, and then and then what? He just finds people to fix it whenever he can.
Yeah, well, they're landing at all these places they land at must be like where you can dock a boat type of place.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a docking station.
Yeah.
But it's ran, his bay seems to be ran by a Mon Calamari, who he pays to patch it back up. He's like, can you fix it? He's like, I can get it to fly.
I could put some cardboard in that window.
Frog Lady is then reunited with her husband, Frogman.
Yep.
That was very touching.
It was very touching. I thought it was a very sweet gesture to see him there and go, oh my God, I love you. And they embraced and then took their brood off to their home.
And then we are forced to try to be made sad that Baby Yoda is sad that he can't have any more of those fish eggs. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not going to feel bad about that, you little monster.
I saw a meme the other day I think I sent it to you.
I think
I did, yeah. I eat a frog and nobody cares. I eat a frog egg and everybody loses their mind. Oh God, that was great. And I'm just like, it's the truth. Get over it. First
Yeah.
off, the show isn't real.
Yeah. Yeah, neither those eggs nor that baby Yoda actually exist.
It is straight up digital. Deal with it.
And then in the shadows, a cloaked figure we see. Do you know who that is?
No.
Sasha Banks. Current SmackDown Women's Champion.
Holy
Sasha Banks.
No way.
The boss.
And
Yep.
she's a Mandalorian.
Yeah. The boss, Sasha Banks. Cousin of Snoop Doggy Dogg.
What?
Yep.
No.
She's the shit.
She's the
I'll show you some of
shiznit.
her I'll show you some of her matches.
You're
She's
supposed
fucking awesome.
You're supposed to say
Yeah,
the shiznit.
she's the shizzy.
The shizzy for Rizzy.
Fucking love Snoop Dogg.
So she was the first one. She was the one with the blue and silver armor, right?
Yeah, but you couldn't see any of her armor at that point.
Right,
'cause
right.
She was in a cloak.
I thought she was a Jedi in the corner there.
Yeah, yeah. From the trailers, everyone thought that was Rosario Dawson, and they were like, because you only see her for like a second,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, she can't be Ahsoka. She doesn't have like shit all over her head and face.
Right. So I knew that when I looked at her, I was like, ooh, a hidden Jedi. I did realize during the episode when they finally met face to face that was her in the armor, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Sasha Banks. the
Sasha
boss.
Banks.
I've seen her live. So Frogman and Woman take the Mando to a like restaurant, and I don't know what these. I should have looked it up. I don't know what these creatures are called because you basically see Mon Calamari, like Admiral Akbar, fish people, and squid people. And I know they have a name. I know they've been in Star Wars movies, but I'm blanking on what it is. And it's kind of like the Mon Calamari are all right, and these people are the thugs. They're like assholes.
Right?
They get Baby Yoda some squid chowder. It had some sort of
Yeah.
facehugger monster in
Yeah, the squid chowder that fights back.
it. Yeah. Sucked onto his face.
And he's like, don't
He
play with your
deserved that
food.
shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. Straight
Yeah.
up.
Mando just took it off his face and stabbed it. Gave it back to him.
Oh, God.
But one of the octopus men tells him, like, he can set sail with him. He knows where to find Mandalorians. So he's like, awesome. So they go on a boat. And I thought that was pretty cool looking because all that had to be fake.
Yeah, oh, yeah, every bit of it. It kind of reminded me of, like, Waterworld.
Yeah.
Boats
yeah,
from
I got a
Waterworld.
Waterworld vibe. Yeah.
But, yeah, it was pretty cool. And then they were, feeding some weird...
Some sort of kraken.
So yeah, some kind of kraken in their. Was it in their hull or was it just under
Yeah,
the boat?
it was like in the boat.
Ugh. Ugh.
And it was like a big version of whatever that squid thing was that was on.
Yeah,
Baby
that was
Yoda's
trying to
face.
eat his face.
It's like a giant. Yeah.
Talk about foreshadowing.
And then what happens?
Oh, and then of course, the way every show goes, there's a turn of tides, and they pop that baby right there into the hole, and
That was crazy.
that giant kraken comes up and eats the pod.
Yeah.
And then Mando jumps in after, and then they trap Mando in there.
Yeah, he can't breathe underwater, which I will come back to in a second. And he can't get out. They've caged him in there, so they're just like jabbing at him with these like spear swords.
Kind
Kind of look like knives on the end of the spears. But then 3 Mandalorians show up and kill everybody.
They went all roundhouse on these characters and just beat them into submission and then shot them up and killed them.
Yeah, one jumps in, kills the monster, saves Baby Yoda. Somehow, that one can breathe underwater. But
I don't know. She might have held her breath because she rocketed out of there.
Maybe. That's true. Mando is thrilled to see Mandalorians. But then they all remove their helmets, which it sets him off a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of pissed himself right there. He's like, "What? You are not Mandalorian. Where'd you get this armor?"
Yeah. But he's talking to Bo-Katan, the heiress to the Mandalorian throne. So it turns out that there's like different sects of Mandalorians. So his is more like a cult. and he just doesn't know it.
Oh, I thought you said sex. That was like male, female, and
no,
other?
sect. Like a sect. What do they call that? Like in religion?
Oh, shit.
Like different orientations. Like,
yeah. Different cults.
like how you have like Catholics and Christians and shit like that. Like,
yeah.
It's just like there's subsets.
Yeah. No, I get it. I do.
And they're like current day Mandalorians, and apparently Mando's been being raised by like people who are trying to hold on to like a ancient way of the Mandalorian.
Oh, sounds like the Jedi.
Like a super strict, like
order.
They were like, yeah, you can take your helmet off, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But
this is not the way.
Also, like, Bo-Katan is it's Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
But she's also Bo-Katan in the Clone Wars and Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
And you've watched those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I haven't watched those. So what is her deal? Because they kind of made them out like they're bad guys.
I think they're more of a more of a
cutthroat?
rebel. Yeah, they're more of a rebel band of.
But are they good guys in the
Mandalorians.
cartoons?
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not like, I don't know. You don't want to meet them in a dark alley, but you want them behind your back if you ever get in a fight. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, Sasha Banks is one of those Mandalorians too. I don't know the guy. He looked kind of familiar, but I forgot to look him up.
He almost looks like the guy that plays Boba Fett or Jango
Yeah,
Fett.
a little bit. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, you look familiar.
So Mando's basically like, I can't roll with you fools. Thanks for saving me. Peace out.
Yeah, and he just
Rockets
jumps
away.
off the ship with the baby and's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Which I was like, oh, that's all we're getting?
I'm very sad that the pod is gone. The baby's pod.
Yeah.
They crushed it, so he's gonna have
I
to
wonder
find
if he'll
a new
get
way.
a new one. Yeah.
He needs a new conveyance, people. Let's get this going.
He's just going to have him in his satchel.
Yeah. Which is not the safest way to travel. Because that pod saved his life. If that pod hadn't shut, he'd have been squid food.
Yeah. So he basically lands. So I thought from there, I'm like, oh, that's it? Like, that was quick because you knew that you were going to see Mandalorians.
Right.
And then you can see him from the shore. He's watching the boat, and they all three of them take off, and then the boat explodes.
Yeah, so they were basically taking down whatever pirates they could.
Yeah. And he starts walking. I don't even know where he's going. Oh, he's going back to the frog people.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the octopus men come out, and it's like, you killed my brother. Like, we're going to fuck you up. Like, we're going to kill you. And he's like, nah, like, we ain't got to do this. But there's like 12 of them. And
I like those odds with him, though.
yeah.
Ooh, Josh is parched.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to do shit because those three Mandalorians immediately rocket back in. And Bo-Katan is like, he didn't kill your brother, I killed your brother. And then they kill everybody.
There's a lot of death for Disney.
Oh, yeah.
The body count is phenomenal.
Just in this episode. I
Yes.
think 60 people died.
I mean, that's just a half away. You know, you get to the other half of the show and they're killing all those stormtroopers like nobody's business. They run through stormtroopers like water, man.
Yeah, so Bo-Katan basically is like, I know where a Jedi is. I'll tell you if you help us get on to this Imperial freighter to steal weapons. And he's like, all right. He goes to the frog people's house. He's like, yo, you watched Baby Yoda for a while? I gotta do something.
Can you babysit this monster?
Yeah. And they're like, sure. Like, still no, I'm a sentient being and I have eggs missing. Like, I know how to count, motherfucker. Like, they're just like, sure. And then one of the eggs hatches. See a little
tadpole.
Birth. Yeah.
Little squid tadpole.
So he meets up with them. They rocket up to this Imperial ship. They realize, like, it's kind of, like I said, it's like boats. Like, they can only go a certain speed.
Yeah, they're in a shipping lane. So while you're in the shipping lane, you have to stay at a certain height, at a certain speed. You can't like, jump into the atmosphere.
Yeah, so typical heist. They're just like, yeah, let's fucking take advantage of that. No one's gonna see rockets going off.
Yeah.
They land. They are immediately spotted, though. That wasn't very stealthy.
And
Like, they kill one stormtrooper, and the other one's like, oh, shit, pirates. They go inside, just start laying waste to fucking stormtroopers.
They lit that shit up.
Yeah, non-stop for about 10 minutes. They're just shooting stormtroopers. Not a single one of them gets shot. They get to the hangar, and they get the weaponry, and then Bo-Katan is like, we're going to come take this whole ship. And Mando's like, nah, that wasn't part of the deal. And she's like, deals change. That is the way. And
Yeah.
it's like
throwing his own mantra right in his face.
Which is kind of fucked up. Like, I have always thought and heard that, like, man, that's one of the big things about being a Mandalorian, is you fucking stick to your word. Like, you're honorable.
Right.
Even though, like, you're honorable even in, like, dirty ways. Like, you'll uphold a deal even
Yeah,
if it's
well,
to
like,
kill somebody.
I guess these subsects don't care about that. They do what they gotta do.
Yeah.
So. And it's true because they're not on Mandalore.
Yeah.
And they're trying to survive on their own, so they live by their own rules.
Yeah. Well, and she's basically the queen. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah, she makes the new rule.
Because that's her goal. She wants to, like, reestablish Mandalore.
Right.
And he's like, that place is a shithole.
Yeah. You don't want to go
But he still
there.
goes along with this. They go on. The captain of the ship is trying to now crash the ship into the ground. Like, we see Moff Gideon. Gideon alert.
Yep.
Comes projecting in like the Empire.
Yeah, because he's the boss.
Yeah. Not Empire. Emperor.
The Emperor.
And, but they still get there. Mando gets shot up a bit, but he's fine because he's got that armor.
Yeah, that armor's fantastic. Knife blades can't get him.
Yep.
Laser bolts can't get him.
Yeah, he's shit. That's why everybody wants it. Like, that's what those pirates are trying to steal off him. That's why they tried to kill Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
They didn't even want Baby Yoda. They just wanted the armor.
They just wanted that metal.
So they get in there. Mando throws him off, and we find out Bo-Katan is threatening him because she wants she keeps talking about this thing that she wants that they took from her, and it's the dark. She had the Darksaber for a little while in Rebels or Clone Wars.
Yep,
And
she sure did.
She wants to know where Moff Gideon is to get the Darksaber back. Which I don't understand why. Why is it such a coveted item?
It's extremely rare. It's one of a kind, so everybody wants it. It's super powerful.
But you would think it's still just a Sith or Jedi thing. But, like, everybody seems to want it.
Yeah, because everybody can wield it. It's weird.
Yeah. But what does it do? Like, it still can be blocked by a lightsaber.
I haven't seen it in action.
Yeah.
Other than when Moff Gideon used it in last season to get out of
I know
the ship.
Darth Maul has it for a little while.
Yeah, I haven't I haven't gotten to an episode in the animated series where they've actually used it.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to my brother. He's watched that whole thing. So yeah, Mando's basically like, I upheld my fucking part of the deal here. Like,
Yeah, let me have what I need.
yeah, what's the deal? And she was like, go to this planet and find, what is it? Ahsoka, what's her last name?
Tano?
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano. So before that, the captain killed himself, he like committed suicide.
He bit into some sort of like electricity
capsule,
like how people put like cyanide capsules in their mouth and shit. He like cracked a fake tooth and electrocuted his whole head.
So that guy, he's super familiar. He's been in a ton of stuff, and you could tell by his voice. You're like, oh shit, I know this guy. But he played a good captain that was scared.
If you're watching the video, he's on screen right now.
Oh, cool.
Which is this only goes up in video form now, so you're definitely watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just like, all right, peace out. Like she tells him, like, tell her I sent you.
Yeah, and he's like, nope.
You'll be cool. And he's like, word up. Jumps out, fucking rockets down. Nabs his Baby Yoda, who's now playing with the tadpole thing. So I guess he learned his lesson about not eating them.
I don't know. If they turned his back, he probably would have had some tadpole for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting for him to come back. He's got both frog people held up in a force choke in the air. And he's just fucking going crazy on some frog eggs.
I'm a little let down that there hasn't been any force use from him in the last 2 episodes. Really,
Yeah, he hasn't done it all this season.
nothing major. So
yeah, so it was a great episode.
I loved it.
Most people online are saying it's the best episode so far.
yeah, the action was great. Having the Mandalorians there definitely made it for me.
Yeah, I want to like immediately watch it again, which is how I know it's good because I haven't felt like that like about lots of things. Bryce Dallas Howard, surprisingly, like this is an amazing step up for her because she directed what I would say was probably one of the worst episodes of the first season. She directed the one that I always call the Xena Warrior Princess episode.
Oh, really?
The one with the walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hate that one.
I don't hate the story. I just think it looked like shit. Like when all those people are running out of the woods and stuff, it looks so fucking Xena. But yeah, this one was great. How many Baby Yodas out of 5 are you giving us?
I'm gonna give this one a straight up 5 because it was fantastic.
Hell
The
yeah.
action
5.
was great.
Yep. 5 Baby Yodas.
Bam. Ooh, blood on my finger.
Oh shit. That's the title of our new hit signal. Blood on my finger.
Blood on my finger.
All right.
Woo!
So that's it. We always just talk just about the show, so this is short and sweet. So I am Josh,
I am Ben.
and this has been your 4 Nerds by Nerds Mandalorian Minute.
Stay nerdy, my friends.